Hello and welcome. You're watching the biggest story tonight with me, Shavin said. We're coming to you live from the Enforcement Directorate's headquarters here in the national capital. Earlier in the day, in the state of West Bengal, 3 Enforcement Directorate officers were grievously injured. All this while they were doing their duty. Searches were being carried out in the ration distribution scam in which Trinamool Congress Minister Jyotirpriya Mallick was arrested in the month of October. Today, the Enforcement Directorate, based on the investigation that was carried out, figured out that the proceeds of crime was being diverted to a Trinamool Congress leader, convener of the party, who goes by the name of Jahan Sheikh, also a strong man in Sandesh Khali area. The moment the Enforcement Directorate team actually reached the residence of Jahan Sheikh in Sandesh Khali, the leader locked himself inside the room. Immediately thereafter made multiple calls and ensured there was a mob of about 2,000 people outside his residence, preventing the Enforcement Directorate officials as well as the CRPF to carry on with their duties. So much so, the mob started sloganeering and also stone pelting. In the process, 3 Enforcement Directorate officers were grievously injured, shifted to Kolkata for further treatment. In fact, it turns out that the Enforcement Directorate has got mounting evidence against the Trinamool Congress leader. A secret letter that has been intercepted by the Enforcement Directorate on 16th of December from the room of Jyotirpriya Mallick, who is currently in judicial custody, makes a mention of the fact that Shah Jahan was the man who was moving around the assets, and not just that, the proceeds of crime that was generated from the ration distribution scam. Take a look at this report, which takes you through all the details of what transpired earlier in the day.
Unprecedented violence was witnessed in Mamtaran, Bengal today. At 6:30 a.m., ED team began searches across 15 locations in connection with the ration scam. 30 minutes later, TMC convener Shah Jahan allegedly incited a mob to mobilize. Reportedly, the TMC convener locked himself up while a mob encircled the ED team outside. The ED team was attacked on duty during searches at premises linked to TMC convener. Watch how the officers were encircled, assaulted and chased by the TMC-linked mob. Swinging into action, the Bengal governor has called for a probe. At least 3 ED officers were grievously injured in the attack. ED headquarters in the national capital have been appraised of the situation. And the Chief Secretary has been summoned by the Bengal governor. Central forces have been deployed on the ground. But the situation continues to remain tense, and questions over law and order situation are only mounting.
Well, not for the first time, West Bengal governor has taken on the state government. This time, West Bengal governor C.V. Ananta Bose says that Jungle Raj has returned to the state. In fact, has also advised the Mamata government to ensure that rule of law is respected. Listen in to what the governor had to say earlier in the day.
The ghastly incident reported from Sandesh Khali in North 24 Parganas district is alarming, is deplorable, to say the least. It is the bounden duty of a civilized government to stop barbarism and vandalism in a democracy. If government fails in its basic duty, then the Constitution of India will definitely take its course. As governor, I reserve all my constitutional options for appropriate action at the appropriate moment. Flexing muscles and parading paper tigers will not work with the people of Bengal. Jungle Raj and Gundagiri will work in a fool's paradise. Bengal is not a banana republic. I repeat, Bengal is not a banana republic. Government should do its duty. those who think they can rule through dawns and soon will they find themselves to be dawn quixotes. This pre-election violence, which has an early beginning, should find an early end. The sole responsibility for wanton violence in society lies with the government. It lies with the government. Government may better open up its eyes and see the reality and act effectively to face the consequences. The ostrich-like attitude of the police who pretend not to see the reality around, not to see the lawlessness around should go. The perpetrators of violence, and more so, their political abettors, will soon be made to realize you can fool some people for all times and all people for some times, but not all people for all times, not all people for all times. It is high time that we call stops to violence and hooliganism. In Bengal, violence will come to an end.
Union Minister Nishit Pramanik has now taken on the Mamata government, saying that there is absolute lawlessness in the state of West Bengal. Not just Nishit Pramanik, remember several state BJP leaders have once again raised concern about the law and order situation in the state. If this can actually happen to the enforcement directorate officers who are being protected by the CRPF personnel, ladies and gentlemen, just think about ordinary people in the state of West Bengal. That's the position that was taken by the BJP. Listen in to what the Union Minister had to say.
आज संदेश खाली में जो घटना हुआ है, इसका कड़ी से कड़ी भाषा में हम लोग निंदा करते हैं और उसके साथ साथ ये भी कहना चाहते हैं कि जब कोई भी निरपेक्ष तदंतकारी केंद्रीय संस्था कोई भी राज्य पर जाते हैं और वो भी महामान्य उच्च अदालत के निर्देशानुसार, और जब उनके ऊपर अटैक होते हैं, इससे बड़ी निंदा का विषय हो ही नहीं सकता है। और हम ये भी कहते हैं कि जब सिर्फ ये एक केंद्रीय निरपेक्ष एजेंसी के ऊपर ही अटैक नहीं, बल्कि ये पूरी संविधान का ऊपर अटैक है, पूरा जो महामान्य उच्च अदालत की निर्देश है उसका ऊपर अटैक है और उसके साथ साथ फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर का ऊपर अटैक है। और मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि बंगाल में ऐसी घटना, ऐसी हादसा बार बार हो रहा है और क्यों हो रहा है, इसको भी हम लोग ये भी खोज करेंगे।
Several other BJP leaders have also taken on the Mamata government, starting from Lockett Chatterjee to Anirban Ganguly. Listen in to what both of them had to say.
पश्चिम बंगाल के लिए ब्लैक डे है। आज तृणमूल नेता शाहजहां, जिसके ऊपर बहुत सारा केसेस है, उसके ऊपर इंक्वायरी करने के लिए ईडी ने अभियान चलाया था, ईडी सीबीआई ने। और जाने के टाइम में वहाँ पे पूरा जो शाहजहां का जो वाहिनी है, गुंडा वाहिनी है, रोहिंगा वाहिनी है, वो लोग पूरा अटैक किया पूरा ईडी सीबीआई अधिकारी के ऊपर।
आज संदेश खाली में जो हुआ, ये मैं आज से नहीं 2019 से कह रहा हूँ, शाहजहां शेख इज अ थ्रेट टू पब्लिक पीस इन दैट एरिया। इसके ये पूरा वहाँ एक बड़ा माफिया है और ये अभिषेक बैनर्जी जो तृणमूल कांग्रेस के जनरल सेक्रेटरी है, उसका बहुत करीबी है, उसको पूरा खुली छूट दिया गया है साउथ 24 परगनास में।
On the other hand, Trinamool Congress has essentially defended their own leaders. So much so, you have had Shantanu said of the Trinamool Congress saying that it was the enforcement directorate who had provoked the mob. Listen in to what Trinamool Congress minister and also parliamentarian had to say earlier in the day.
What happened in Sandesh Khali, any kind of violence is not supported by Trinamool Congress. But the villagers were complaining that they were provoked by the central forces which were accompanying the investigative agencies.
The real fact is the people of India, they are totally frustrated seeing this deep-rooted conspiracy engineered and monitored by Delhi on daily basis, and that too in case of Trinamool Congress so far in our state of West Bengal is concerned. People of Bengal, they are witnessing this big conspiracy almost on daily basis. On the contrary, the person who is posting all these stuffs in the social media, he is topping the list of corruption. He was found taking money before camera.
Well, a story that we'll be tracking very closely as Enforcement Directorate's Bengal unit has already submitted a report here at the national capital to the headquarters. In fact, that is being now examined. Further course of action would also be taken by the Enforcement Director. The searches are still continuing. We give it to understand that in a short while from now, when the searches are completed, a consolidated report would be submitted to the headquarters here in the national capital. Should we focus now to another story that we have been tracking very closely, getting you the latest details of a shootout that actually took place in Gurugram on Wednesday. But it's been over 2 days, but the body of a 27-year-old woman hasn't been found as yet. Arrests have actually been made by the Gurugram police, but there are multiple twists that are essentially taking place. Let's just take you through some of the details and put across the CCTV footage that has been accessed by Republic TV. Ladies and gentlemen, Divya Pahuja, a 27-year-old woman who was accused in the alleged fake encounter of dreaded gangster Sandeep Gadoli, was shot dead at a hotel room near Gurugram. This took place on Wednesday. Pahuja is a resident of Baldev Nagar in Gurugram's Sector 7. And she was out on bail after spending nearly 7 years in custody in connection with Gadoli's murder. The gangster was murdered in a Mumbai hotel on 7th of February 2016. Pahuja, her mother and 5 police officers had been arrested for the murder of the gangster. Mumbai police said that Gadoli was lured by the policeman into the hotel with the help of his girlfriend Pahuja. The police also maintains that Virendra Kumar alias Binder Gujjar ran a rival gang and allegedly conspired with Haryana police officials to eliminate Gadoli. Let's also take you through some of the details that we are getting in with regards to what is it that we have got so far. Now, Pahuja's death essentially came to light after her family was not able to contact her, following which her sister Naina had approached the police suspecting foul play. In fact, she told the police that her sister was last present at a hotel that was owned by a 56-year-old Abhijit Singh in the city. The police team, in fact, reached the hotel late on Tuesday night and found bloodstains on the stairs. What you see right now on your screens is the CCTV footage that the police scanned and found 2 men dragging a body that was wrapped in a bedsheet towards the main entrance of the hotel, then loading it into a blue BMW car. In fact, according to the Superintendent of Police, Mukesh Kumar, they say that the police, when they scanned the CCTV footage of the hotel, the crime was essentially revealed. The matter has been documented and the investigation is underway still, is what Gurugram police has to say. Let me also quickly go across to my colleague Akil, who's getting us the latest update. As we understand, till date, the body of Divya Pahuja hasn't been recovered by the police. Walk us through the details that you are getting in, Akil, and also bring us up to speed.
Well, Shawan, if you talk about this case, Divya Pahuja was murdered on Wednesday, and then after that, the investigation was brought into in, and the Gurugram police has come into the foray, and they tried to uncover the details of this entire incident. And in this incident, the police team has arrested 3 people in this case who have been identified as Abhijit Singh and 2 of the employees of Abhijit Singh who basically worked in that hotel, because Abhijit Singh is a businessman who owns a chain of hotels, 3-star hotels, not only in Gurugram but at other places also. So apart from Abhijit Singh, Hemraj and Om Prakash was arrested. But there are 2 more accused, Ravi and Balraj, who are still at large. The police team is trying to nab Ravi and Balraj, because Balraj is one of the main accused in this case, because Balraj's BMW car was used for transporting that dead body from one place to another place. But the police team has recovered that car from Punjab's Patiala region, and then the police team have brought in that car. But what we know so far in that case, that blood stains have been found inside that car. So this confirmed that that car was used in transferring the body from one place to another place. What led to all this kind of gory incident. The police is trying to work on that investigation. But what we know so far that after Abhijit Singh had a heated argument with Divya Pahuja, and then after that they started the broadcast started going up, and then Abhijit Singh tried to console her that if you allow me to give your access to your phone, then I won't do anything. And then Divya Pahuja kept on resisting it that she won't allow the Abhijit to unlock her phone. And then after that, in rage of that, Abhijit Singh shot her dead, and her body was wrapped in bed sheet, and then it was transferred from that hotel to another place in a luxurious car. And then after that, we saw the investigation was brought into it, and the Gurugram SP Mukesh Kumar, while addressing to the media, has said that the matter is still on, and we are trying to get to the details of the entire matter in this case, Shawan, right now.
Well, thank you very much, Akhil, for getting us the latest details, a story that we'll be tracking very closely as there have been multiple twists that have taken place. The body is yet to be recovered.